Today is the 4th day of September 2025. Clock on the wall says that it's 14 minutes approximately to 8 o'clock in the morning. And this is the Morning Muse. It's a beautiful day. There's particulate, extra particulate, it seems, more than normal in the atmosphere. Fires, smoke, big fires, world's burning. Some of it's burning. It's going to be seasonally appropriate to burn things inside the house pretty soon. I like that. I was thinking about many things, and this exercise is always a little bit frightening because I don't know what it is that I'm going to say, and I don't know who it is that I'm saying it to. So be careful what you say. Probably going to say something dumb. Why would you program that? Why would you say you're going to say something dumb? I'm not that smart. Why would you say that? Just say what you got to say, man. Lay it out there. Lay it out there. How do you lay out what it is that you're going to say? Troublesome metaphor. Helpful metaphor. Is it troublesome or is it helpful? Do you notice the two voices? Definitely. Are there more than two? Probably. How do you discern them? One from another? Good question. Can you notice the character of each voice? It's challenging. It's subtle. Tell me more. Some of them seem to be inherently deceptive. Sneaky. They hide. Oh, I see. But that's the thing, is that you can't see them if they're hiding. What do you do about that? Well, there's a bunch of things that you can do. Expose them. How do you expose them? Good question. One of the easiest, most reliable ways, it seems, is to present oneself to one's fellows. Fellow humans, at least. There's the wild ones too. The other than human. That watch, pay attention. Notice the patterns of behavior. I wonder, you ever notice how birds will land on some people? Yeah, usually because they're feeding them. What do you expect? But even sometimes other than that. Have you ever actually seen that? I don't know. I know that I've seen birds on quite a few people. Parrots. Parrots on a pirate's shoulder, or on the pirate's head or face or whatever. Pirates, huh? What about others? Any outside that particular genre? That one's problematic. Yeah. And then there's fake birds made out of plastic and such. People representing a relation with different forms of the winged egg layers. Egg layers. I like egg layers. Got a couple of hard-boiled eggs right over there. It's good eating. Embryonic. That's a weird thing to say. Yeah, I know. I said. No, I didn't. I didn't say it was going to be weird. It just reliably turns out to be weird. It's pretty weird. This living life thing. There's a sign on the wall that reads, "When the going gets weird, the Weird Turn Pro." I heard that from the fellow who wrote a bunch of things. Hell's Angels, I think. Fear and Loathing. Hunter. Yeah. So there's a lot of gaps between the words I noticed this morning. A lot to fill in. What does the mind fill in? What happens in the theater of imagination when the words are sparse? What if there's no theater of imagination? Well, it would seem that it's just taken literally. Literally? What does that mean? Lit? What is the etymology of literally? Literally. Sounds like litter. Garbage. Also kind of sounds like literature. Written work. That reminds me of the power law. The Pareto distribution. The necessity of blathering a bunch, get something out, knowing full well that a very small portion of it is actually going to be worth anything of any lasting value. And I really, really appreciate the very careful attention, as that is, as far as I can tell, the most valuable thing going.